Today on the channel, it's back to another main event unboxing, and this time in the main event, we got the WrestleMania edition main event 152 Batista and 154 Chase edition Kiana James.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE main event unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got two performers that have probably never met each other in Batista main event 152, the WrestleMania edition, and of course, Kiana James main event 154 Chase edition. But for all your Mattel needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And Dave Batista in the Mania set, regular set Kiana James. I found Kiana James on the road in Sioux City, Iowa, which is very interesting as that is where she's from. So I probably took this Chase edition out of the hands of her parents. Maybe her brother, sister, aunts, uncles, grandpa, grandma, who knows? I stopped them on a work trip from being able to get the Kiana James Chase, and I don't regret it at all. Shout out to Kiana James. Sorry about your luck. I got your Chase figure in your own hometown. So shout out to Kiana James up there. Didn't even know she was from Sioux City until fairly recently here. But we already unboxed the regular edition. Now we're going to have the Chase edition. And Batista, part of the WrestleMania wave here. I was going to pass on this one. Found it at my local Target. Was looking it over. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this one up. And that's what I did. Grabbed him at Target. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going ladies first. It's a ladies first channel over here. Kiana James 154. Like I said, we unboxed the regular. Now we got the Chase, so it should be a pretty quick unboxing here. Kiana James, glamour shot over there, of course. WWE main event, series 154, bubble window, got the figure. I think this one might look better than the regular one. We'll find out in a second. Once again, got the glamour shot, a little bit of a blurbage, tail of the tape, what she is, of course. Cross sell, we unbox these on the channel, check it out. And then you got Jibber Jabber and a UPC. Of course, first time in the line, could it be last time in the line? Have to imagine Kiana James probably coming back after WrestleMania. I think she was out injured and during that time got a few enhancements, of course, along the way. We're always here for that as well. Series 154, Kiana James, signature move, the 401k. Oh, baby. Everybody loves the 401k. The ups and downs of the 401k. I've been living the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. It doesn't really matter, though. I don't know about you guys and your 401k. I get my quarterly statements, and I look at it, and I throw it in the garbage. And I say, you know, I don't have to really care too much until it's retirement time. But I'll never forget one guy that was a manager of the grocery store when I was a kid. He was getting ready to retire, and that was when the 401k, like, plummeted, like, in early 2000s, something like that. And I remember him like, I can't retire now. I got to wait. And he had to wait, like, 2 more years to retire to get back to where he was. And then he died of cancer right away. And it always kind of irked me. And I always remember that story. I'm like, hopefully that's not me one day. Hopefully I live forever. Who knows? But 401k, you got to hope when you retire, it's riding a high, not a low at the end of the day. But Kiana James always riding that 401k apparently right here. And she is a technician, a mat technician. She'll take you to the mat and she'll teach you a move or two. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Don't tell my wife. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side, and of course, there she is, the old plastic prison, the mini plastic prison. She's in there tight. Oh my gosh, see you later. Goodbye. Time for Kiana James business here. Very interesting in the head sculpt. I think if you handed this head sculpt to anybody, nobody in the world would tell you this is Kiana James. This head sculpt reminds me a lot of those Mattel, like girl action figures they had back in the day. They had like Naomi, Becky Lynch, the Bellas, Natalia. My daughters had them once upon a time. I forget what the line was called, but they were geared toward the female audience, the little kids, the little girls out there. This head sculpt reminds me of something like that. It's like, it doesn't look like the true effects, the normal stuff we get in this day and age. Feels different, almost feels like it's from a different line. That being said, it does look good altogether, but it does look like it belongs to that line more than a traditional main event or even an elite line, if you ask me. Now, she does got the painted on top here, the green and black attack, representing Overkill from New Jersey, I'm sure. She's a huge Bobby Blitz fan. Loves Dee Dee Verney. I'm sure that's the way it goes. Maybe her uncle was Rat Skates. Who knows? But shout out to Overkill, New Jersey thrash pioneers, if there ever was one. Looking very good here. Besides that, you got a Fist of Fury, you got a grip in hand, you got 2 black knee pads, very sticky, almost like a gummy bear down here. You do got the white boots on her, no ankle articulation. You do get a bend at the knee, single jointed, of course. Leg does go up a little bit. She'll kick you in the shin if you're not careful. Leg goes out as well. Waist articulation, arms all the way around for us. Single jointed elbow. Oh, there we go. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head back and forth, side to side. And that's really all she wrote. That is the articulation here. But the green and black looks good on her, I will say. Now, does she fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. She does fit on a stand. And I am going to grab the other one here. 2 Kiana James. First time in the line. Last time. I guess we'll find out in the future here. But I definitely do prefer the green and black attack. I think it does look better on her. Between the twos, I got to think a lot of people passing on this and a lot of people not going to buy 2 of her. It just depends. But the girl main event figures always in high demand, so who knows? A lot of people think they're made in shorter amounts, and that could be the case as well. But there's old Kiana James, rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling from Sioux City, Iowa. Shout out to Sioux City, Iowa, of course. But now we're moving our way over to the Batista. I was going to say the Hall of Famer Batista. Not quite yet. One day, I'm sure he'll be in that Hall of Fame class. Who knows? Maybe next year. We'll see what happens there. But Batista in the WrestleMania gear here. And Batista, an interesting one. Quite the rise from Batista once upon a time. And then a little bit of a dip. Of course, went to acting. Came back, and I don't think it went the way he was hoping. The fans didn't embrace him like he was hoping to be embraced. And he just kind of fizzled out and quit. But looking back at that run with the newsboy paper hats and stuff, I really enjoyed that little era of Dave Batista. Would love to see him come back for one last run. I don't think it's in the cards now. He's lost a lot of size. He's kind of a different guy. So I think best we're going to get is probably a Hall of Fame induction one day. But we'll remember the happier times like WrestleMania right here. Looking good. Different packaging, of course, for the WrestleMania set. Always looking fun there. Window box, got the glamour shot, the usual stuff. On the back, cross-sell down below. I did unbox both Ricky Steamboats on the channel, so check those out if that is your thing. You got UPCs, you got Jibber Jabber, you got a little bit of a tail of tape. Signature move, the Batista Bomb, Series 152, of course. And then he is a powerhouse. And I don't think anybody's going to doubt it. He is a powerhouse at the end of the day. See you later. Goodbye. A little Batista plastic prison. How about that? Oh, there we go. See you later. Goodbye. And we don't get a ton of Batista figures from Mattel in this day and age for whatever reason. Was the last one we got... Oh, the last Batista figure we got was part of that Evolution 3-pack. I was thinking it was the Ruthless Aggression line, but it was the Evolution 3-pack. So we're still getting some, including this main event. I feel there's a few more elites we could get along the way. I would love to have an old school OVW set where you give us an early prototype, which I guess we're getting in the vault. John Cena, of course, that is. Give me a Leviathan. Give me an old school Randy Orton. I would say Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar. Not sure if that's in the cards either, but that would be kind of a cool subline as well. But Batista right here looking interesting. Looks like Batista in the head. I'm not mistaking that for anybody else. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Got some very beady eyes that are just staring into my soul like the squirrel in my backyard. There's a squirrel, and he just looks at me, and he gives me that look. And I don't know what it is. It's a weird look, and it makes me uneasy. And I'm thinking about calling animal services or something to take care of the squirrel because he gets me, gives me the heebie-jeebies. How about that? He gives me the heebie-jeebies, that squirrel. And Batista give me a little of that look right here today. Looking interesting. All the tattoos going on. No color in the tattoos with these, but we do get the tattoos down to the hands, which is always kind of cool to see. A little extra attention to detail. 2 black elbow pads, black tights, or how about trunks? Black trunks on him here. You got a little of that decor on the back there. Got the black knee pads. You got the socks up there, the compression socks, whatever you call them, going on there. And then he's got the green boots down here looking pretty good. Articulation arm all the way around for him. Single jointed elbow, of course, a little side to side. Hands removable back and forth. 2 gripping hands out of the package. Head back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Got those big old Batista main event splits if you need them. Legs do go up. Oh, the knees so tight. Single jointed knees, extremely tight right there. You do get a boot cut, and you do get ankles up and down, which is very interesting because in this day and age, the main event figures do not have ankle articulation. It's been a while since we've had one. Usually saved for the Hulkster is really what it's saved for, but I'm guessing this is the Batista basics from back in the day, getting the most out of your molds, a little reuse here, but I'm here for it. I wish we could get the ankles back. We don't have to have the elite articulation of the back and forth, side to side, but an up and down hinge on the ankles would be a game changer for the main events. They've given us a little bit more leg articulation, which is great. Would love to see that in the evolution of the main event style, like this Batista. But I do like the colors on this Batista. Very, very colorful. Looks a little wild and a little dead in the eyes in the head sculpt. But besides that, as far as main event style figures go, basic style figures go, a pretty good representation of old Batista right here. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. So there's a quick one. 2 brand new main event figures through the door here today in the WrestleMania 152 Batista, 154 Chase Edition Kiana James. Be interested to hear your thoughts on these two in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on these figures and whether or not you picked them up or not. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're chasing 50,000 subscribers. Make sure you do subscribe if you have not already. Check out the Patreon for even more content and early content for both YouTube channels. All kinds of bonus stuff over there. Appreciate the support. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and of course now on TikTok. So for Batista and Kiana James, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?